welcome to another fireside thought. Today I'm going to be talking about exercise, which I've just been doing. I'm pointing up there because there's a chin-up bar up there. You can't see that, so it's largely irrelevant. Buzz Lightyear sticker. Thank my son for that. I'm not even a massive fan, neither is he. That's, again, irrelevant to the video. Exercise. For me personally, the way that I am active from day to day has a direct effect on lots of my ADHD traits that can cause challenges. And also I feel like it gets the best out of those ADHD traits as well, in terms of mental health, in terms of well-being, in terms of anxiety. You know, that again, there's a direct correlation, and it's not just my personal experience. We know that science, that research base is also out there supporting that. And even in the mainstream, it's not put forward enough before and above sort of medical interventions. You know, with ADHD in particular, I actually think it's pretty disgusting that we medicate our kids to fit in with the school system rather than provide them with a system that suits their neurotype. But the difficulty is, and the barrier that I often hear is, you know, I don't like gyms, or I don't like running, I don't like exercise, I've got, you know, sensory issues that impact that, I'm burnt out, I've low energy, and all of those things are very valid for different people. I think my issue sometimes is with the sort of mainstream neurotypical way we present exercise. So an example of that might be PE in schools. In most mainstream schools, it's geared towards team games, rounders, cricket, football, rugby, all those kind of things, which can be difficult for loads of people for loads of reasons. From a sensory perspective, big echoey halls, lots of people in a room running around. I don't think a lot of our neurodivergent children get the chance to discover the benefit of activity and exercise. At a younger age, it's presented as maybe running, fitness, cardio-based activities, which again, some people will love. And I know lots of young people who are ADHD that benefit from that kind of outlet. But for me, that was too boring. I couldn't do that and wasn't built for it. And, you know, I prefer short, sharp bursts of exercise for maybe an hour and a half. And, you know, I'm into strength and resistance training because it gives you that kind of mind space of counting 1 to 10, but equally then you're done. You can have a little think, a wander, distraction, come back to it. So I think if you are neurodivergent as an adult, I still would encourage you to explore an activity or exercise that you can use as part of your daily treatment, if you like. And not treatment because you're broken or diseased or anything like that, but just for your own well-being, because you're in a world that perhaps isn't designed to fit. So for me to approach that world that isn't designed to fit, I have to get up, I have to move, I have to get it out of my system. Don't get me wrong, there are days when I don't want to, but I've seen what I'm like when I don't do it. So I make myself. And because of that, it's really important to find ways to keep it interesting or to do it in ways that you like. If you've got an autistic person, maybe, whilst big coordinated movements with lots of things to process at once, like a team sport, you know, might not be for everyone, although again, might be for some. Everybody's an individual, everyone's different. It might be that a really discrete, repetitive skill, like archery, something where you can just get better at it. You know, I know computer games are a real solace and an escape for everyone, but I just think sometimes we can level up a computer game. See what I've done there? You know, if you like shooting games, can you get out somewhere and do some shooting? Air rifles, archery, target practice. And the other side of that is the community it brings. You know, when you're in that sporting community, activity-based community, the topic of conversation is more predictable, it's more all-encompassing. People forgive or accept differences in that community because they're all part of the same club, you know, and it shouldn't always be like that, but at the end of the day, people are tribal, and that can be a way of finding your tribe if you're feeling quite isolated. Equally, and for me, you know, I've attended gyms my whole life. I'm 40 now. I have a job where I'm speaking to people day in, day out. So I get my sort of social input, if you like. I've got friends that I see and talk to. I don't need that in a gym anymore, and I exercise from home because it suits me better, and I enjoy it. And equally, I used to find it awkward at a gym because I'm quite sociable when I'm around people, but people that would know me and meet me would want to talk to me, and that's my alone time, that's my space. That's the time I'm not talking to anyone, I'm just thinking, or I'm getting over the thoughts in my head and just focusing on what I'm doing. So I don't want people to think I'm saying, in a very sort of influencer way, get down the gym, go get it, do what I do, no, do what works for you. Just make sure you try and work towards something. And if you are in that difficult position where you're burnt out, exhausted, tired, think about where you are now and how you can make one little step more, one step forward. If you keep taking small steps forward, no matter how small they are, you make progress. So I think that's important. It's quite smoky. It's not helpful.